A girl covered with bruises says, "Thank you for saving me." She was asked if she wanted to be friends. She says, "I'm so happy, yes, let's be friends. Thank you so much." It brought tears to her eyes. That was the past. In the present day, we see her blooming as the boy asks, "Hey, we are friends, right?" The girl says, "Yes, we are friends, and we always will be." But in her mind, she thinks of another truth. When the boy says, "Of course we are friends. What are you even saying?" The girl has quite a pouty face about it. She blinks and says, "Yes, you're right. What am I even saying?" Both of them are quite happy with each other as they smile. While they go to get glasses, a boy with specs calls them out, saying, "You two get along so well. Are you guys dating?" The girl, who was quite shy about sharing this, was blushing, but the boy outright rejects it, saying, "Of course not. We are just friends." This was like a disaster to her eyes. As the boy says, "Asking if we were dating is kind of rude. Isn't that right?" This question was asked to her, and she was quite surprised by it. In her mind, she thinks, "I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it." She replayed this scenario countless times in her head, but then somehow said, with tears flowing through her eyes, "Yes, we're just friends." We see the sweat of frustration on the boy who asked the question, as the main character was also quite blushy, saying, "Don't say stuff like this," thinking, "Did I say something I shouldn't have?" While the girl was quite down, we see it was her birthday, and he brought a birthday present for her. It was a gift. "I'm so happy. Thank you," she replied. It was marshmallows, and on top was a bunny. When she looked at the marshmallows, she remembered hearing girls saying, "Speaking of marshmallows, apparently they mean I hate you, as it's currently White Day." She thought the boy hated her. As the boy says, "Wait, do you not like marshmallows? If so, I'm really sorry." She was totally down and frustrated, saying, "I'm really happy because I love them." In her mind, she countless times replayed the scenario where the boy says, "I hate you." The boy was quite relieved, saying, "Thank God," as he thought she liked it, but it hurt on her side. We observe what happened the day before. The boy asked some girls what the most popular sweet among girls was, and they said, "Maybe it's marshmallows. Yeah, there are so many kinds of them." But as the boy left, they realized marshmallows have quite a bad meaning behind them. And that was when she overheard their conversation, leading to this misunderstanding. Remembering the scene from a day before, she thinks, "There's no point in staying depressed forever. If I get clearly rejected, it should clear away all the uncertainty. I've decided." The boy says to her, "What do you want to talk about?" It looks like she has finally made up her mind to confess to him. As she comes close to him, saying, "Well, ever since you saved me when I was being bullied in elementary school, you've become my hero, and you have always been the most important person to me." The boy thinks to himself, could this be a confession? He was quite blushy as the girl tried to stammer, "I always wanted to say this," but the boy says, "Don't say it." He says, "I'm sorry." She asks why. He thinks to himself, "I should be the one to say it, as it's my responsibility as a man." But in her mind, she thinks, "I won't be a bother. I won't ask for anything more. I just don't want you to hate me more than this." She was tearing up, bulging her eyes out, saying, "I didn't think you hated me this much. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. Please don't hate me. I'm begging you." Meeting memories of them in elementary school, where she gave Valentine's chocolate to him, he says, "I have only ever received them from my mother before, so thank you so much." She was quite happy and couldn't wait to give him chocolates the next year as well. Back on track, we see him remembering how she cried and said all those things while it was all a misunderstanding. He was quite worried about her and thought if she was okay. It looked like he went to her house to meet her. Her mother welcomed him, saying, "It's been a while. She's in her room." He apologized to her mother, saying, "Sorry for the interruption." He knocks on her door as he thinks, "I haven't been in this room since elementary classes," and he says, "I'm coming in." While we see her face filled with grim depression, she says, "Welcome. I have been waiting for you for quite some time. Come on in." He thinks she's just acting like usual, and thanks God, but we see a knife behind her back. Her intentions are unclear, but the motive is still there. The boy thinks he wants to check on her because he was quite worried, but she seemed normal, so he relaxed. When they had tea and chatted about random stuff, he started to feel a bit sleepy. Soon his eyes closed, and when he reopened them, he couldn't move. He woke up, and this had happened. He was tied up. Someone says to him, "Good morning." It was none other than our depressed girl, who is now out for his life. She's on top of him with a knife in her hand and says, "Hey now, don't struggle. Okay, geez." He, who opened his eyes, thinks, if I move wrong, she might do something drastic. Is she holding a knife? We see her hugging him. And he, who is totally in a conundrum, says, "What do I do? What do I do? Think, what should I do? How can I get free from this situation?" Seeing her, she thinks, is he scared? Poor thing. But I want to hurt him even more, and even more. Since you hurt me so much, it's okay if I do this, right? I want you to never forget me for the rest of your life. She says as she pulls the knife to her own neck, saying, "Farewell." It looks like she plans to kill herself in front of him, so he could never forget her. He yells at her, saying, "Wait." He says, "Wait, don't die." And he proposes to her, saying, "I love you." She was quite shocked by this and stopped in her actions. He says, "I don't care what happens to me. Just don't do something like that, please." She thinks, "That's weird. You're supposed to hate me." She thinks, "Wait, are you lying about loving me just to stop me? If that's so, that's what it is." She puts her knife down as she cries, tears falling around her eyes, saying, "You are just so kind. That makes me so happy. I love you too. You are such a liar too." Even though the misunderstanding didn't clear up, we see that the devil's tango happened. She was happy. She didn't want to believe he might actually hate her. No, she just wanted to be with him forever. For that, she had to do something. As we see her doing something to get his seed so she can be with him forever, she says, "I'm sorry. Just one more time. Then we'll be done for today. Let's get through this together, okay?" We see her posture, and he, who is quite flustered, as she says, "I sent a message to your mom. Now we can take our time together. I will be home late today, grabbing dinner before I come back, okay?" He says, "Okay," but it's still a bit unsure if he, the main character, was freed or not.